wild card weekend with what should be a great one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for James Conner, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Murray. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On the hole. On the hole.
To throw is Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road. This is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Go! Panther Street! Panther Street! Ready?
They'll run for it. It's Walker. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to Connor here on first. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Move. Hey, Ace. Big Ace.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Throwing now is Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Hey, huh? Big Ace.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Walker now on 1st, and a loose football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The drive will start with Connor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Again, a run with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 39, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running right is Connor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Big Ace. Hey, Ace, Ace. 1-1. 2-2.
On second down and 4. Murray. That's caught right side by Anderson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Connor going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. It'll be Murray on the keeper. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Seahawks nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And Walker once more. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Go!
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Warrior 70!
Now Gino on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Open man, Arthega-Whiteside. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Throwing on first down is Murray. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Play action. It's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll try the left side with Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Connor up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. To throw, it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Down. Bronco 80.
It's a gain of 20.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. From the gun, here's Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but We know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They run behind center with Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Play action. Now it's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Connor running right. Room here to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Now Connor on the toss left side. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. Out to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run here with Connor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Demir Bird, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Connor on the toss play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Murray going to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, 65 yards. And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Cardinals 27, Seahawks 13.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cards will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway.